Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is July the 29th, 2021, and today the topic is I have everything I need. Uh, not too much to report from yesterday. Just, normal stuff. Um, Promoting things, researching things, doing a little bit of freelance work, um, being a mom, all that good stuff. Um, I did get a chance to talk to an old friend. We hadn't talked in a while, so it was nice to reconnect and to just kind of see where she was at and everything like that. So yeah, that was cool. Um, well, since it came to my mind, let me go ahead and just acknowledge that y'all keep my virtual assistant, Miss Elizabeth, in prayer. There was a loss in her family and everything like that. And so, my heart is definitely with them. Um, and I understand it's like it's one of those things because for me, when it comes to, death and everything like that, it's for me, I keep pushing, you know what I mean? I'd be like continuing to work and whatnot. But I noticed there was a little like slight difference in regards to, the way some of the posts and things have gone. For example, I usually try to post about our guests, for uh, the talk show on Friday. I usually try to post at least by Wednesday about that. And, so that didn't happen this week and everything like that. But I understand, she's going through some things. She got, obviously a loss in the family and whatnot. And so, yeah, and again, everybody handles it differently. So again, I'm understanding of that and everything. So for the record, if you're listening to this, yes, today is Thursday. That means tomorrow is Friday. That means we got a new episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show coming out tomorrow. I, on tomorrow's episode, if the Lord will, right? If everything posts the way it's supposed to post, then you all will see the chat that I had with Mr. Orpheus Black. Yes, y'all, Orpheus Black. He's a bit of a sex guru. So the conversation was definitely interesting. So yeah, that's what you know, you guys are tuned in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Friday at 7 p.m. on our Facebook and then on our YouTube. The chat with Orpheus Black should go live. Hopefully, we'll get the flyer out as soon as possible. Um, even if I have to go back to regular with me posting it. but but yeah, so that's that's what's supposed to happen and whatnot. So but yeah, regardless, keep her in prayer, her and her family. Um, Anything else? Well, let's talk about this morning. So I wake up to my alarm, it went off at 4, all that stuff. I want to say I must have had some type of random dream, but I can't remember everything right now. But it, not to say it was about GSL and the juice and all of that, but it kind of feel like the dream was kind of about that. And I don't know if it was about like getting some negative feedback. I can't remember everything that happened in the dream right now, but it was something along those lines. But I can't remember everything right now, so I don't even know why I brought it up. But basically, anyway, I woke up at 4 or whatever. I didn't do my routine. I know, I just, hey, I got. No, I did not work out this morning, but I did do my prayer and meditation, and it was. How do I always say it was good? But today it had me reflecting on well, it was like talking about happiness and everything like that, and how, you know, we have the power to control that and things like that, right? And at some point it had me to kind of like think of some affirmations, right? Or some things that, think of a negative thing, right? That's holding me back from either my happiness or whatever. And then take that thing and think of a truth or some type of positive affirmation regarding that. And one of the phrases that came into my mind about my situations or the things that kind of try to block me is, I have everything I need. And so that stood out to me today. So that's what I looked up Bible verses centered around. And again, God do what he do with this whole situation, but that's where the inspiration came from today. I don't have to tell y'all my testimony no more. Y'all already know, right? Y'all know this situation, and everything like that. And so, I mean, I don't have to keep, as they say, beating that dead horse of like, oh, y'all know what I'm going through. Y'all know I'm unemployed. Y'all know, you know what I mean? Like y'all know that stuff already. If you've been listening to me consistently, you already know that. But regardless, right? What God is showing me is that I have everything I need. Um, I try to keep a list. For example, I have a list of some things I need to do, right? Some things I want to do for certain dates. Some things I'm like, it doesn't matter when I do it per se. I just want to do it. And then some things that, I might need to do before next week or whatever the case is, right? And, every time I look at the list, I'm checking things off. And so, I mean, I guess that's the thing is like, again, putting it into perspective of like, hey, do what you can, while you can, when you can, and just go from there. At the end of the day, thus far, every time I needed to do something in a timely manner or whatever the case is, it gets done, regardless of what's in my account. And that's that. I mean, at the end of the day, I have everything I need. And I have to just keep that in my heart and mind, um, as I go through life or whatnot. And so hopefully, by me reminding myself of that this morning, and I guess ultimately reminding you all of that as well, again, I hope that it encourages you and inspires you. However, let's talk about what the word has to say about it, right? So Philippians 4:19 says, and my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Honestly, again, as I was reading these different verses and whatnot, I just was like, Lord, I mean, it's like we don't believe this. We read stuff all the time. We read what it says, and then it's like we don't, something about it maybe it doesn't resonate or doesn't really like, uh, we don't necessarily use these things. Because again, like when I guess I can only talk about me, right? So when I'm going through things or when I'm debating about stuff or when I'm trying to figure things out, I mean, maybe I'm trying to get better about it now, but I mean, I can be honest and say that there are times that this isn't the first thought that comes into my mind, right? The first thought is probably like, oh, how can I fix this? What can I do? What else do I think about in those moments? Like, uh, yeah, I guess the whole what more can I do thing. That's usually where my mind is when I'm going through or, in quote unquote down moments or whatnot. But I think, again, we just need to actively try to keep the word into our hearts and minds about like, hey, at the end of the day, God will supply my needs. That's what the word says here. God will supply every need of yours according to his riches and glory. So, yeah, I understand that we have all these earthly needs and things like that, but at the end of the day, we have to believe that God is going to supply those needs. Now, Psalm 23:1 says, and a psalm of David, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Go Deeper section today is going to be those verses centered around that psalm. But, I hope that we really just read that and let that marinate today. Like, what does that mean? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That means I shall not want for nothing. You know what I mean? The Lord is my shepherd and he has it all under control. He's going to, put me to the water when I need something to drink. He's going to give me something to eat. He's going to provide all my needs is what I'm receiving today. But yeah, I mean, again, we can reflect on the entire thing, in your Go Deeper section in time today. I hope that you all do that. But it starts with that very first one there. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I mean, do we believe that, y'all? I mean, I guess I'm working on it. I'm working on believing that every day. Now, Hebrews 13:5 says, keep your life free from the love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. A lot of times people say that phrase like, money is the root of all evil. I'll say that again. Money is the root of all evil. That's what you hear people say, but it's not necessarily money that's the root. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. And again, you can see that in so many different ways. I mean, I don't have to sit here and list them all out. If you really, really think about it, when it comes to like all of the evils in the world, when you think about it, at the end of the day, it has something to do with people trying to get money, or this love of money, this lust of money, whatever you want to say or look at it. And so we, right, are supposed to keep our lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have. So again, like I say, when I reflect a lot about my life, if y'all haven't noticed yet, but I mean, also, I guess to also be a testimony and hopefully encouraging and inspiring you with my own life, because, I understand, right? Again, when I'm going through situations, it's like, okay, I understand that, hey, money is a tool, right? Money is a tool that we use to get things done and whatnot. And so, but again, I think we have to shift our way of thinking about money, right? We don't have to think of it as this thing where it's like, I need, I want. More so thinking of it as what I just said, as a tool. Somebody, I think it was in Allie's group the other day. I didn't get a chance to listen to the entire conversation that day, but I did get a chance to tune in, and I think her mom was talking about this, and she was saying how money is more so like toilet tissue. It's like, you use it, you need it to, blow your nose or to wipe. It's a tool, it's the, but I didn't get a chance to, listen to everything else that she said that day. But obviously that stood out. But yeah, I mean, we have to just kind of shift our mindset when it comes to this tool of money, and just things in general, though, right? I mean, yeah, I think a lot of my stuff stems around like financial issues, but I mean, whatever it is, right? Understanding that you have everything you need. Because how can I say? Even when I sit here and think about like goals, right? Because that would be something that I would always kind of struggle or like try to figure out, like, well, what's my next move, or I want to get here in my career, or whatever the case is. And then at the end of the day, it's like I had to really, really think about that thing. I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, what is it that I really want? What do I want from this acting career, for example? What do I want to do with these gifts that God has given me? Yeah, I want to use them, but then why? Right? Why is it that I'm pursuing this in particular? And for me, it's like I realized that, okay, what I really, really want is to be able to create. What I really, really want is to be able to, you know, um, have business endeavors and, become an entrepreneur and um, things like that. And so for me, the more that uh, when I realized what it was that I really, really wanted and desired, then I realized that I had everything I needed. I didn't have to wait on a certain role and a certain opportunity to do the things that, God had put in my heart and mind to do. And same thing again when it comes to this podcast, when I started it, when I wrote the books and, the journal and whatnot. it's like I looked around and I had everything I needed. Um, and it was like, so there was no excuse to not do it. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, you guys can, put this with any thing is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to just be about money. It can be about like whatever it is. Like take a notice of what you have, and then go from there. And you may realize that again, you have everything you need. And again, that's a beautiful place to be in and whatnot. I'm just a living witness. Now, the interesting thing is, y'all know already the Bible verse of today just went hand in hand with this. And I'm just like, man, Lord, see, you be doing your thing. So the Bible verse of today is Mark 11:24. It says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray before, that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Facebook, YouTube, thank you all so much for tuning in. I want to say thank you all for working with me through all of these different backdrops and stuff that I be having, um, or not having. Um, thanks for tuning in and watching this live version of me with not being all dutied up, but just like literally whatever how I woke up this morning. Shout out to the one person that's watching live. I just wrapped up the juice, but hopefully real soon I will be posting the audio version of that. I don't know if you guys get a chance, those of you that watch it live or watch this video version. I don't know if you all get a chance to listen to the audio, but I got my little bells and whistles on there. I got a little music in the background. I feel like it sounds like a legit little radio show. So if you guys want to take a listen to the podcast version one day, that would be cool. You guys can go to godsexandlove.com and go to the podcast section and just scroll. I mean, there's so many because I do this every day. I'm on season 5, episode 6 right now. So isn't that something, huh? Um, yeah, man, it's just truly a blessing. I'm really just thankful, man. I really am. God has just done so much in this short amount of time, and I mean, honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited, for my friends. I'm excited, about what God is doing with me and for me and through me. Um, I've been able to kind of talk to some people about, their books and their things that they want to work on. And I'm like, hey, I guess I've always been like a bit of a cheerleader for people, but yeah, man, it's like I'm excited. I'm excited that, I was able to kind of share some knowledge or whatever that I came across, and hopefully get them to where they want to be, and everything like that. Again, anybody that's encouraged and inspired by this whole journey of mine, I'm excited for that as well. Because I mean, if nothing else, if it encourages you to take time to do your Bible study experience, then cool. Regardless of if you get the juice or not. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of if you get the journal, if you just try to dedicate more time to studying the Word of God, I think you guys, go through a unique experience such as I have, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It really is, and it's been life changing, man. Um, I know I was talking to my husband over the weekend, and he was talking about like I guess workout goals and whatnot, and he just don't believe that he would stay consistent with it. And I'm just like, babe, you got to change that mindset. Like I mean, look at your wife. Look at your wife. At the end of the day, all I know is that for the longest time, I was like, oh, I need to read the Bible. Oh, I need to take out time. Now, and I'm not saying act like I'm perfect now, because, I still need to do it in some other areas. I need to, start a routine in some other areas. But at least in this area, I've been so consistent, so much so that it's been over a year. Y'all have documented proof of me getting up every morning and recording. And so that's again a blessing as well, because Lord knows, anybody that's been following me on YouTube, y'all know that I haven't been that consistent with YouTube or none of that stuff, because I can get discouraged. But now it's like, this is more of an encouragement for me to continue this, again, building my own relationship with God. But and of course, I'm encouraged and inspired by you all as well. Those of you all that tune in, people like you and people that respond and whatnot, I'm encouraged by y'all as well. But it's like, regardless though, I've really have been just enjoying this. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I listen back to the podcast, for example, I'm like, man, it sounds like a little legit show, like a legit little radio show is what this thing sounds like. Um and stuff, so, and then again with the talk show and everything like that, I mean, yeah, I feel like I could, there's things that I could do to make the whole thing better. Maybe my setup can be better. Maybe my, I can have these professional mics and lights and cameras and all this different stuff. But right now, again, the being consistent and using what I have to do what I can, and realizing that, hey, I have everything I need to get this thing out there, and just get it done, regardless of the setup, regardless of the, uh, bells and whistles of everything. I don't know. Like I said, for me, that's just been a blessing to do that, and I'm just trying to keep that going. And yeah, and I guess God is reminding me this morning that, yep, you can keep it going, because guess what? You got everything you need. But all right, y'all, I won't sit here and be long your time this morning. I hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting in any way, if that's what you do. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye.